So, welcome to another RiderCamTV video, and today we're on the Soco Moto electric bike. Now, it's a bit of a different sort of thing for us. We haven't really been on electric scooters and electric bikes, but this is a lovely electric scooter. So, this one was predominantly made for last minute mile deliveries. So it's got two batteries underneath the seat, no storage at all. It's got two batteries underneath the seat, and those two batteries will give the bike a range of about 85 to 90 miles an hour, 80 to 95 miles. So obviously that depends on how you ride, but if you lived in a city and you were commuting from one side of the city to the other, this would do you all week, and it would cost you next to nothing. It takes about 3 hours to charge each battery, so about 6 hours for both in total. But the good thing about this bike is it means that the two batteries can be removed. So you can remove one battery, put another one in, remove two batteries if you want, put two more charged batteries in. So if it was a last minute or up to the last mile delivery like Pizza Express or Domino's or something like that, it's nimble, it'll get you in and out of town, you can poodle around, but you can do your deliveries, and it's designed so that you literally get into the bottom of your charge, put another battery in, and away you go again. It's quite an intelligent bike. It knows when the battery is actually fitted, so it knows whether you've got two batteries or one battery, so it's capable of running on one battery or two batteries. Obviously two batteries is better because it gives you a bigger range, but the having two batteries on there, when it charges it up via a normal 13 amp fuse plug in the UK, like I say, it takes 3 hours per battery or 6 hours for the bike, and that just plugs off a normal plug, and that just charges off a normal plug here in the UK, or you can remove the batteries and charge it at a different place. So if I was a delivery rider, I could deliver up till literally it's just about to die, take the battery out, put it on charge, put another battery in, off we go. Simple as that, easy peasy. It's really comfy actually, really comfy. There's not an awful lot of oomph in it. So some of the electric bikes that we've ridden, or electric scooters, namely that BMW one, it was like a rocket. This one's not. This is not like a rocket. This will get you up to somewhere near the speed limit at some point, but it's not going to get you racing about. It's got 3 modes. It's got mode 1, 2 and 3 as in power delivery. So the higher you get it, like in 3, is more power delivery, and that's full throttle at 34. So you're not going to get any prizes for whizzing around on this really quickly, because it's doing like 39 miles an hour. On the screen up front you've got all the various stuff that you need to know. So you need to know how your batteries are doing, how well charged they are, obviously your speed, what sort of temperature it is, and all that sort of good stuff. The screen at the front, surprisingly, is really quite protective of me. I'm not getting loads and loads of wind and buffeting on my helmet. I'm getting some side wind, but no buffeting winds. So that's really nice. It feels very free, if that makes sense. It doesn't feel like it's battling against each other. It feels very free in how it's moving. It seems very responsive, although very slow to be responsive. It's responsive when you're doing it, but if you think, well, I couldn't overtake that car because I can only get like 40 miles an hour out of it, it's a strange beast to be riding. It's really quite not fun actually. The frame of the bike is bigger, and the reason for the bigger frame is because of those deliveries. So it enables you to strap those deliveries onto the bike, gives you a bigger frame to do that on. The switch gear is really quite different. So you've got your kill switch on the right hand side. You've got 1, 2 and 3 power delivery, 3 being the best power. Then you've got a reverse gear, which is kind of weird. You can actually reverse your scooter. How cool is that? On the left hand side you've got your headlights and your full beam indicators, which in this case is a slider, and then you've got a horn, little tiny horn. The mirrors are really, really nice actually. I can see everything that I need to see in these mirrors. Really good visibility. And my feet are really comfy actually, so I could put them up front like that, up on the frame, or I can put them like you would normally sit in an armchair. That's very comfortable to sit in. And then we've got 2 brakes at the front, so there's no pedals. It's just a front brake and a rear brake. One on the right, front brake, one on the left, rear brake. They are really good brakes actually, really good brakes. But where you do lose a lot of your speed is going uphill, so I'm full throttle and I'm struggling to maintain 40 miles an hour, which is good because we're coming into a 30 mile an hour speed limit now, so I can slow down and not feel like I'm being left out. There's nothing really much else to say. The seat is very comfortable. It's a bit of fun to ride. There'll be lots of people that want to buy this sort of bike, especially if they're going to be doing deliveries, or if you're living in a town or a city and you're commuting around the city. This will go all day long. It will give you this near to the standard range, but obviously if you are riding it like I've been riding it, you won't get very much power at all. Ooh. And of course it's silent.
Look at that!
I know. I've got a super Soco electric tech scooter. I know, and it's really, really cool. This is the CPX model, about 85, 90 miles range. It's got 2 batteries under here. Let's just go straight to the techie bit, shall we? So underneath here, underneath this seat, which has got a hinge, we have got a charger there. It's a 13 amp plug, so you can charge it in the UK from home. Now that will take about 3 hours per battery, and I've just noticed they've got one of these electrical switches like in the house. Yeah. So under here are the 2 batteries, 1 and 2, so you can see how much charge they've got. That one's nearly dead. The good thing about this is you can take them out.
How do you do that then?
You undo that and pull it out, and then you just literally lift it out. Do you want me to do that? Unplug, lift out, and off you go and charge them up.
They weigh about 10 kilos apparently.
They do. And I'll drop that plastic thing.
Oh God, it's all falling apart.
Yeah. Now, I'd say it goes in there nice and easily, but it does when you know what you're doing, and I don't. But it plugs in like that, clamps in, perfect. The bike knows when there's more than 1 battery plugged in, which is really, really good. And it's designed to deliver pizzas, to be a delivery bike, a last mile I think they called it, didn't they, Mark?
Yeah.
Delivery bike. So you can literally deliver up to the last mile, ride back into the depot, take the battery out, put it on charge, put another one in, and off you go again. So apparently it's designed to run 24 hours a day, which is good for delivery companies, but there is no storage.
Well, when you take one of the batteries out, there will be.
Well, yeah, then you cut your range right down. Nice big back seat, so you can put a pillion on there, but it's not the fastest of bikes. So if you put the pillion on there, it's going to go slower, but the frame is much bigger than most scooters, so you've got a big frame to put top box and stuff on there for deliveries.
Designed as a commercial bike?
Designed as a commercial bike, yeah. And I think they're trying to cross over, aren't they?
Yeah.
But the seating position is really good. The seat is so comfortable, it's unreal. But you feel very close to the front. The screen is really good, no buffeting at all, but that might be because you're not getting to any speed where there's a load of wind, it's stopping you. You put your key in there to start it up, and when you start it up, you get a nice and you get everything that you should need on there. You get to see what your trip is, how many miles it's done, what the batteries are, A and B, so it will know whether there's 1 or 2 in there, what percentage is left overall. Temperature, I think that's the ambient temperature. how you're going to and fro, like a rev counter almost. Sport mode, you get 3, 2, 1. So you get eco mode. I don't know, eco mode is going to be really slow. Normal, and then sport. So you get loads of stuff on the indicators and all that sort of stuff. Surprisingly, the indicators are a slide switch as opposed to like a normal toggle. Yeah, a slide switch. Get a good horn. The indicators and lights are all LED, as you would imagine. I think the colour scheme looks quite good. It looks quite funky with that yellow strip going down and the black and the grey together.
Because it's electric.
Because it's electric. It's a standard screen, not movable by the looks of it, but the mirrors are really good. No vibration in them, but then you're not going fast enough to get vibration. Tiny little glove box there if you want to keep anything, and a hook for your bag. Just seen that?
Marvellous.
Brilliant. It's really quite a strange thing to ride, with a centre stand as well. Really quite a strange thing to ride. It's almost like one of those old scooters, but trying to bring it up to modern day times. I was a little bit frustrated when I was riding it, because we've been riding bikes for ages, and certainly today, and getting up to 40 I was full throttle and it took ages up the slip onto the dual carriageway, and to get up to 60, up to 70 was really bad. I wouldn't suggest going on the...
to 70.
No, I wouldn't suggest going on the dual carriageway on this at all. I don't think it's a problem being on it, but it's just a dangerous place to be on one of these. But
ideal for commuting though.
Ideal for commuting. If you live one side of the city and like 5 or 6 miles away inside into the city, you can poodle in and out all week. Costs you nothing to charge up. Really, really good. Silent.
That's what's going to happen then, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's coming, isn't it? I think they just need to make it into bikes that have got a longer range, but that's an argument that we're having with cars as well, isn't it? You need a longer range. But in terms of functionality, it goes around the corners. When you get it up to speed, you can flick it around. Really, really quite good. And you can move your feet from there to there, perhaps there if you had tiny little legs. It's tiny wheels. Not an awful lot more to say about it other than it's a bit of fun. Bit of fun for us to ride it after those fast bikes we were riding. Would I have it? If I was a delivery person, I might. But if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Thanks to Damrules for letting us take out all these bikes, and we'll see you in the next video.